Hello. I don't think any excuse me, I don't think anybody's here yet, which is so fine. But I just want to do a little tiny footage gathering stream before Mimi goes live later. So I thought I would do that. Because I just want to. So I'm gonna. Okay, let me turn off this music as well. Music off. Back to OBS, yes. Okay, good. Super Mario 3D World. Ooh, okay, so we have our shiny star. And 5 deaths to our name. Okay, interesting. Noted. So we have this to do. Ooh. Hehe, nice. Ooh, pretty. A new world has opened. Luigi looks kind of weird with the water. It's kind of struggling with him. Anyway. Okay, Rainbow Run. So, we're in the special world. So all of the levels are a bit harder. But that doesn't stop me really, does it? Let's be real. Oh, I don't want that. Nope. Nope. Because I would rather have Tanuki Soup. Shit, I'm having that. Ooh, there you are. Thank you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I haven't got any things yet. It's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Do I need to get a fire flower and come back to this level? Oh, I do, don't I? Ew. Why have you done this to me? Oh, shit. Nailed it. Oh my god. Oof. Saved. Wait, that was 3. Where was 1 then? Oh, I'm so confused. Hi, Mimi. So, this is not going to interrupt your stream because it's only going to be short. But, I have a silly idea for a YouTube video. And I've done a few streams early in the morning. And it's involving all of the Mario, the 3D Marios. So, I'm just casually, you know, gonna speedrun all of the 3D Marios quickly. And get the footage and then make a video. As one does. Don't worry about my stream. Well, because I'm not actually going to stream for too long. Like, I'm actually not. So. But also, I was like... also, Mimi, because it's just us here. Berry's been here today, and she's just left. So that's why Berry's not in the chat right now. She's literally travelling home. So if I, like, got all comfy up on the sofa, I might not be that, you know... I might not want to head back to my PC if I get all comfy cozy. So, that's why we're here. But yes, Berry worked today at our, oh shit, mutual job. And then after work she came to visit me, which is cute. And I'd imagine in about 10 minutes... she's going to get in and we're going to get a message like, what the fuck? Why are you live? But yeah, so we're just playing 3D World. And that's why there's no webcam as well. Oh shit. Okay. No webcam and the little speedy timer in the corner as well. Because I do just want to like know how fast I am. You know. You know. Berry's going to get home. To be fair, Berry's not notified me, so maybe she doesn't... What did I just say? Berry's not texted me to be like, what the fuck? So maybe she hasn't actually seen that I'm live yet. Oh, I bet I need to cat Mario up something, don't I? I bet that's what I actually need to do. And I just didn't see it. Okay. Mimi, have you ever played this game? Wait, I need to not use this. Nope. Do you own this game by any chance? Because this game has multiplayer. Nope, okay, fair. Nope, get in there. Only Mario played Sunshine. Outrageous. Scandalous. Arr. Arr. Right, I don't know where the first green star is. But this here is the second one, I'm guessing. Oh. Oh, cute! I know what this is. I'm supposed to walk over everything, but who wants to do that, really? Oh, don't fall off it. think I'm supposed to ground pound as well. Isn't ground pounding... Yeah. There we go. Nah. Fun. It plays actual Zelda music. Oh, I love that. Cute. Good thing that I didn't incinerate the leaf. That would have been awkward. Oh, piss off. If I die now, I'm going to fume. Oh, you suck. You suck so much. I hate this level with no power-ups. I hate it. Ooh. Okay, we've done it. Oh, that's risky. I don't know where the first one is. Where is it? Let me look. Wait, Mimi, you might not know this. I've got a physical book that depicts every level of the game. So that level we just played... Do I have webcam here? I do. Hi. That level that we just played, I've got a book that depicts the whole level. Like, it shows where everything is on that page, and then just got, like, a map. And it's very cute. I love it. Also, hello, hi. Where was that star that I missed? Oh, there's just a hole in the wall that you can... Oh, that sucks. Right, okay. Well, never mind. I'll get that next time. Super Galaxy! I love this level. And as Luigi is not really too bad at all. What's that got on it? Nothing. Okay, whoa, okay. I'm so calm. That box got something above it. It does. Ah. No! Oh, you suck. Berry's just messaged me. I wonder what she's going to say. Yes, have that. See ya. Goodbye. Ooh. Fast as fuck, boy. Oh my god. Okay. Whoa. 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 Get away. Okay. Oh, don't you need a catsuit for this? But if you're really good at the game, you don't actually need a catsuit. What's in here? Really? Right. I have to do the cheese of all time right now. Nope. Ah. This is so difficult to do. I forgot how difficult this is. No catsuit. Let's jump. I'm sure I've done it though. Ooh, have I remembered how to do it? I think I have. Nope, I haven't. Whoa. What else have I not? Was it just that? Yes. What? Oh, that was so close. Have a day off. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Ah. This is so weird. Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. Oh, hell. Ooh! I think I've died. I don't think I can save that, can I? Nope. Okay. Well, on that note then, let's stop trying to get that because it's not going to work, is it? I need a power up to do that, and I don't have one. Because I lost it. Oh, thank you. I'll have that. I want to know what Berry said. I want to know what my girlfriend said, but I can't look. Oh, there's the green star down there. Whee! Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Right, go, 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 go. Oh, can I? No, I can't. No, I cannot. Ooh! Oh, this game suddenly became hard. Hi, Berry. Hello. I saw you message me, and I've not read it because I'm playing the game. Wee, hello. Eh. No, I did not. I didn't know if it would. Like, even as you were leaving, I was like, shall I? And then I was like, yes, I shall. Rosalina? I feel so scammed. Why do you feel scammed? No, no scam. Besties, I have news for you. Ooh, you can play as a new character, Rosalina. So, yes, Berry, so, It Mimas is going to stream tonight, and I suddenly got the intel that she's going to go live at 11 o'clock our time. That's sus. Thanks for that. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that she's going to go live at 11 o'clock. So, like, I didn't want to get all comfy on the sofa and then miss my It Mimas. Nope. So, like, stream. And also, I'm not going to be able to stream for a while, especially not a footage stream. So, like, it just made the sense to do this now. But if you feel scammed, I'm sorry. I'm happy. Exactly, I'm happy we're here. Whoa, 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 whoa. I wish I had any other power-up right now. Oh yeah, so we're in the special world, Berry. This is very exciting. That's the other least useful power-up you could have given me, game. Thanks for that. Thank you. Whoa there. Did you miss much in the 15 minutes you were not aware this was a thing? I have died once because I tried to like outskill the game and it didn't work. The game was like, you need the cat suit, and I was like, no I don't, and then I died. But apart from that, no, nothing at all. Mr. Skill issue, yeah, alright. I forgot what you said now. I'm going to send you a snapshot. I don't want to hear it from you. Oh, I lost my power up, didn't I? Oh, what a wounder. What a wounder. Ah! Oh, ah! This portion of the game where they're like, make all these big jumps, we're gonna give you no power-ups. Like, fuck you. Luigi's so slidey. Give, thanks. Double cherry? No, okay. I swear you get a double cherry on this level. Do you not? Buzz, bitch. Buzz. Oh my god, Luigi. Nice, thanks. Okay. That works too, I guess. That. Okay, so no stamp in this level. But I can't remember where the last green star is. Oh my god. This game's too much. So no stamp. Essentially, yeah, no stamp. Mega Mind Emo. You need to be Rosalina to get the stamp. And as you can quite clearly see, I'm not Rosalina. I swear Luigi's slidier today. What the hell are you doing, man? Who oiled your shoes? Oh, I need to keep both Luigis for the platform. Okay. I see, I understand, I comprehend. Oh. Lads! What the fuck is happening? Okay. I can make that, can't I? I'm Luigi, I can do anything. Yeah, simple. Oh, you know what? You're done. You're just done, mate. Okay. Sorry, I'm replying to my parents. So I realise you can't actually see me while I just like stand here doing nothing. But you know. Oh, are you ready for the biggest troll level? The Great Gold Pole. 100 seconds. Ruh-roh. Oh, easy. Okay. Shortest level of my life. Huh? Like, I knew that was gonna happen. But like, huh? Like, what do you mean? Oh, fuck. Mimi, shut up. Okay, you don't play Mario games. I don't want to hear it. Hi, bitch. Hi, bitch. Whee! Oh, Luigi, you jumped too much. Have I got everything? No, I haven't. Oh yeah, I know what it is. I love that Luigi just catches up. Like, because he's fast as fuck, boy. Okay, good. Right, I need the catsuit to get the gold flag on this, and I do not have the catsuit, so don't care. Whew. Okay, so far we've died on the last 3 levels in a row. That's a bit shit, isn't it? That's a bit shit. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, it'd be nice if I had a catsuit, you know. That would actually be quite nice. But I guess not. Okay, let's do Captain Toad. Oh yeah, I remember this. Barry, open what I sent you on Snapchat. Thank you. Right, I need to fall down here. And then here. Oh, I go down there. Oh, okay. I love that I'm just in a cube in space. Nice. Wait. Oh, shit. I missed one. I'm a little doofus. Right, I need to drop down to the bottom. Yeah, Snowbear said bottom, I know. Scandalous behaviour. Right, I got a bit carried away, so... Wait, Twinkly Toes live? Oh, God! Oh, no! What am I gonna do tonight? Oh, no! Hi, Vic, I love you. But, oh my God, the complications that have just complicated. Mimi, this doesn't mean you're not streaming anymore. You're still streaming as well, thank you. Thank you very much. These blocks up here are confusing me. Okay, there's nothing there. I actually have, though. I've had a minute. When, like, your whole social calendar is streaming. What is Vic... Yes, please. What is Vic streaming, though, I wonder? Let me look. Vic is streaming... Oh, she's in just chatting at the moment. Oh, no. Oh no, I don't know what to do. Oh, hello, Charging Chuck. How about you fuck off? Like, how about that? How about it, mate? Okay, nice, thanks. Alright. I do not remember Luigi being this slide, like, yesterday. Oh, okay, that wasn't too difficult. No! I don't want it. Okay, now. I don't even know what he just said. Like, it's clobbering time or something. Oh, yes. I can't even get in there, but nice one. Yeah. Shit. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah. I was just like, please say I can ground pound them. Please say that's how this game works, and it was. Whee! Thanks. I love this level because it gives you Tanukis, and then not that much cause to take away the Tanuki afterwards. Nice one. This is where I, like, take so much damage now that I die. To be fair, I kind of sympathize with these guys, because if somebody knocked my hat off, I'd be fuming. Like, I get it, you know, I get that. Thank you. That's 4, so where is number 5? Over there, probably. Yep. Whee! Oh. Well, I'll take it, but that's not what I wanted. Thanks. Oh, it's down here. Yep, working on it. Okay. What the fuck? Exactly, my hat. Right, I love my hat. I wonder what Vic's doing. Why are you just chatting, Vic? She's still in starting soon, so I guess we'll never know. Oh, this level sucks, but Honeycomb Starway. Because it's a top-down auto-scroller. Yeah. Like, why? Why have we done this? I think I need that, really. Yeah. If I know this level, I need it. Friends you surprise on the stream. I know, literally. I feel so scammed. Oh yeah, I definitely needed Boomerang. This is Mario Galaxy music, right? No, it's not. Or is it? Oh, I don't know now. Oh, ah! You suck. I got distracted by the cherries, what? I mean... yeah. Okay, all's forgiven. I hate it when that happens. You know what I'm talking about. I do be known, exactly. Please no. Please not the auto-scroller where the path appears in front of you. Let's not do that. My twin! Just give it a minute. Yeah. This is my first time playing the game. I know what I'm doing. Oh, the bee. Oh, no. And the that. I swear, the amount of times I do actually miss that because I just don't see it. Oh my god. The stamp. Nice one. Yeah, no, I really needed the boomerang today. Box just here. Thank you. Oh, this is tough, innit? Oh, no, it's not. I swear it's faster. At a later date. Phew, okay. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah. Gargantua Grotto. Okay, we might do these 3 levels and then see where we're at with streams. Or we might just keep going a bit more, I don't know. It's not the most gargantuan yet, can't lie. Oh, there it is. Cut back to it just being a normal level. Ah, fuck you, trees. Oh, stamp. That's kind of cruel, you know, putting small Goombas in this level at this stage. There's nothing there, is there? No, okay. Oh. Ah! Oh, you suck so much. That's what you get. That's what you get for that. I love that I don't even swim when I'm a big guy. I just, like, fall. There we go. Let me in. Let me in. Who needs swim when you have walk? Wait, where was the last one? I missed it. Somehow, even though the second one was just at the end of the level. I have apparently... That was awful. That was the worst thing I've ever done. That was so bad. No, we don't need to. Peeper's Fog Bog. Sure thing.
Let's go.
Right, I don't enjoy this level. I make no secret of that. Oh, except I think I enjoy one thing in it. Nice. Right, thing to know is that the doors do nothing. Don't go in the doors, there's no point. Except one of the doors, but I forget which door. Which is a bit of a problem. I think I like this. No, I don't. Why do I think I like that? Because one of the doors takes you up there, but I don't know which door it is. Ah. I'm trying to hit that power block with Luigi's face. There you go. What do we think? Can I do this? Nope. That seemed like a bit too much, to be honest. Right, time to try doors. Oh, Captain Turd. Hello. Can I get a Mega Mushroom? That's the only way I know out of this. For Captain Toad. Either or star. Right, if this grave has a star in it, we have to book it. Yes! To where Toad is. Get out of there. Thanks. Oh, hello. Thanks. Then, where else? Not on there, I don't think. No. Oh. I'm so stupid. Ew! Let's not. Like, let's actually just not do that. Whee! Okay, that goes up and down. I've seen a job alert for the store that we went to, Barry. The problem is it's only 8 hours a week. Nice one. So I did see that. Oh, you scammers. You suck. What? Wait, what? Huh? I don't understand that. What do you mean? Do I actually need that? Oh my god, I do. Yeah, same one you just got, yeah. No. I don't want this. I don't want this. I want to get off this ride. Oh, shit. Fall too late, and then getting back to where we live. That's disgusting. Right. Oh, no, I do get it. You go here, and then doesn't it reappear? And you have to throw that. That's silly. Woo! Slay, thank you. I'm slaying. That's really not as hard as I made it out to be. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh no!
Told you I don't like this level. Right, put the fucking thing down, you spanner. Right, I think I've got it now, haven't I, officially? Yeah. Woo! Fuck my life. Okay. Okay. Right, what is Vic doing? Can we see? Oh, Elden Ring. Okay, Vic. Okay. Love that for her. No sign of Mimi yet. Mimi, if you're here, go and stream. Oh yeah, this level. Oh no, this level.
Let's go!
Okay. Like, if I must. I guess I will. Ooh. No, Luigi! Yeah, Vic's back playing Elden Ring. Love that for her. Fuck you. Oh, this is why I hate this level. Oh! Oh, I'm perturbed. Wait, I should go back, shouldn't I? Oh! Oh, this level, I hate it. Ah. Thank you. Yes, good. Woo! Mimi has descended on Twitch. Exactly. That's what distracted me and made me lose my box that second time, was that it means going live notification. Like, girl. Wow, scammed. Anything here? Right. Boing. Luigi jumps too high. Boing. 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 Okay. But then there is a green star here. Good. Oh my god. Yeah. This level's so weird. Because, like, why is this? Also, there are 3 Twinkly Besties live on Twitch all at once. Like, literally right now, 3 of us are live. What is this? What's in it? Exactly what I need. Lovely. Ooh. Yes, please, I'll have that. Oh, I really like doing this. Like hitting them all one by one. It's fun. Right, this bit of the level sucks, so... Love that for me. Whoa! I'm unhappy. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, I have everything that I could need. Oh, why? I hate this level. Have I mentioned that yet? Because I do. Ooh, straight in there though. Let me guess. Yep. Fuck. Nailed it. First try. Okay. Yeah, that level sucks. I don't like it. Fam, what have I just done? Yes, a bonus world. Okay, let's go. Whoa. There's a lot in this world. Night falls on your own hills. Oh, I do love these. I'm going to go do the other one. We're going to do another couple, just because I'm having fun. Oh, gold. Oh, okay. Oh, you scam artists. Why do I feel like there's one on the end of this? Oh, there isn't. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. But I have an actual power up though. Like, if it's not too much trouble. Oh, I can't cope with this. Okay, that was it. But like, can I please get a power up that isn't... Can I have a Katsu or a Tanuki? Is that too much to ask for? Evidently it is in this game. In this world, I mean. Okay, thank you. Apparently, yes, literally though. Don't know how I survived that, but alright. Whatever. Oh no. Nice. And I don't have a stamp yet. But what if it's in there? It isn't, but now I need the time. A stamp? No. No stamp? No, no stamp. Okay. Literally. Literally no stamp. Ba, 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 ba. Ooh, okay. We are on for catsuits. What was this called? Spiky Mount Beanpole. Okay.
Let's go.
I better get a catsuit this time. Slow. I mean, I just love Spike as a person, so I'm happy to see him here. What, really scared me for a moment? Ooh! What's this do? Is it coins? Yes. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Nice. Why is my phone blowing up? Like, what's happening? Yes, 2 catsuits, thank you. For once, literally. Oh wait, no, just do that. Spanner. Okay. We are fine. Let me just... Sure, why not? Don't quite know why it did that for me, but sure thing. Unless it was to keep me away from something down here. It wasn't. There's nothing there. Oh, you suck. Maybe I need to stop playing tonight. I'm getting venomous at Mario 3D World. Like, imagine that. The box is right at the bottom, isn't it? Yep. Whee! Okay. Right, because I can't remember where the end of the level is. I'm going to be gentle. Okay, it's here. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Literally toxic gaming at Mario 3D World. Where's the stamp? Oh wait, are there no stamps in this world? Are there no stamps? Oh, I don't know. My head's wrecked. I need to have a Haribo, that's what I need. I need a sweet. Meow. Now, Mom. Nice. I'm having a sweet. If you couldn't tell. Maybe there's no stamps. Where's the... Yeah, list. Yeah, there's no stamps. Okay, we're good. Deep black jungle drift. Please don't be in the dark. Fuck. Oh no, 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 no. Give me one. Give me. Thank you. What were you that I've already missed? Thank you. Oh, that's a bit close. That just felt a bit cruel, really. Like all of them. No. Game. Oh. There is actually nothing up there. Okay. Well, how the... What? Okay. That really wasn't that hard. Okay. Whee! No, 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 don't go in there. I know what this game's like. Oh, hi, Captain Toad. That was awful. That was an awful Captain Toad impression.
Meow.
Wait, Mimi's playing Elden Ring. Spoiled for Elden Ring choice. What the hell? What the... Elden? What the hell done? Everybody ringing their Elden, literally. Mystery has brought. Right, let's beat up some fools. Ha, idiots. Idiots. Love that. Oh, I don't like these lads. I don't like them. See ya. See ya. Over here. Yep. Nice. Ow. Okay, that's fair enough. You got me. No, we got 3 more left. I'm going to just equip it. Oh yeah, so glad I equipped it. Let's fuck these guys. Don't I have to fight like Boom Boom? for like the last one, isn't it Boom Boom? No, it isn't. Okay. Update, it isn't Boom Boom. Yippee! Did it! Hey, nice score. Nice, thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that. Trouble in Shadowplay Alley, sure thing. Please no. Oh, go on, Tanuki. 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 Yes, I'm a god gamer. Hi, Bowser. Wait, no. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my days. I haven't got time for this. I actually do not, in fact, have time. I'm so stressed. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm really concerned. Right, thank you. Right. Now let's take them all out. Wait, no! No, 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 no! It's over.
Oh no.
Hang on. This isn't a rage quit. Where are we? Okay. Shut up. Leaf, leaf, leaf. I may play this game a bit much, you know. I actually might do. It's possible. Right, well, I don't have to get any of them again. Which I appreciate. Because fuck doing that. That was huge. That was quicker than the boomerang. Oh. Nice. Well, I did take an L, but at least I got my 2 leaves. That was a bit stressy for 11 PM gaming. 11 PM children's gaming, may I add. Back to hands-on haul, let's go.
Let's go.
Whoa! How about just goodbye? Why is it infested with bros? Like, bro. Yeah, that's right, they call me baseball bro back in college. They didn't call me that. That was an RT game reference for you there. Oh, hello. Yeah. Nice. Ah! Do I have to throw a baseball in there? Does that work? Sensational video gaming. Can I? Can I? Oh, I love this game. We've had our issue. Nice. Our issues today, me in this game. But I enjoyed that. Oh, it's light out. Yes, please. Oh, please. Fuck off. No! What a wounder. How to get... Yeah, in here. Like that. That's how. That is, in fact, how you get in there. Whoa! How about you fuck off? How about it? Nice. Giant seasick wreck. Okay, this is good to have the Tanuki leaf, I think.
Let's go.
Oh, you leave me alone. No, but I don't want to lose the Tanuki suit. I think I'm gonna have to. Because I think later on as well, isn't there another one? Wait, why is this? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna walk around. Oh, I need to get rid of these guys first of all. Oh. This is kind of fun. Nice. Oh, okay. Another one. Straight in the box. Thank you. Nice. Yippee! Ba 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 ba. Okay, we're going to do this level, then calling it there. Okay? Deal? Sounds good to me. Oh, yes, please. Broken blue bully belt.
Let's go.
Banger level. I think they even give you a Tanuki, don't they? Because they're like, this level's hard, you're going to need it. Yep. Always a good sign. Always an even better sign when I can't fucking pick it up. I'm not scared. What are you showing me? Oh, there's a green star past the thing. Okay, that's what you're showing me. Thank you. Oh, I just missed the thing. Yeah, without Tanuki suit, this is a long day. Speaking of which, it's okay. There's one right here. Right here. Right here? Is there just not another one? Boo. Well, good thing I've got another one. Any of these fuckers? Oh, me days. Okay, it's fine. Everyone relax. I'm okay. There's nothing on this one now, is there? Nope. Oh, you wouldn't. You did. Oh, there's a shit in it. Oh, thank you, Luigi. Yeah, it would. It actually would. Oh, no, we're not done. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nailed it. Totally calm, totally in control. Okay, and we're going to stop it right once this finishes. Okay. Yippee! Okay. So now all we have left is this. Oh, it's actually quite long in it. Oh, there's a lot of levels here. Oh, calm down. Bloody hell. Okay, there's a lot left there. Plus that level that's just unlocked for some reason. But yes, that's what we have left to do. Exit the title screen. Wah. Hello. Hi. Okay. So that's the plan. Thank you for joining me, Barry. Thank you for joining me today in general. I appreciate it so very much. Get my other monitor back on. Nice. Okay. Of course. Thanks. Thanks. Right. What is going on? Right. Mimi's live. Twinkly Tour is also live. And there's an Amazon order on its way to me. Sounds good. Okay. That is the plan. Close that. Go over there. Minimize. Right, so we are going to raid Mimi because that's whom I promised I would raid. Oh my god, not to freak anybody out, but Mimi has got face cam on. Wait, why is that? Oh, I know why that is. I know, right? Like, how exciting. Mimi's actual face. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Mimi. So, raid messages there. I'm going to be hanging out in Mimi's stream, of course, but anyone who wants to go to bed, that's so okay. Yeah, thank you for joining me, Barry. And I will see you I'll see you tomorrow. Yippee! Okay, see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye-bye. Squeak.